Need advice. Just lost the love of my life and genuinely feel like I can't do anything I lost my job to. First of all, bro, sorry to hear that, right? That's tough, right? I don't want to undermine anything you're going through. That's number one. Number two, I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. We cannot control anything outside of us. You can't control your girl, the love of your life, your job. These are all things outside of us. That's why my channel is called Win From Within. Because that's the only person you can control. Right? Now watch this. We can't control how we feel when we're hurt. We can control how we react, but we can't control the feeling of pain, of loss, of hardship, right? Of that. So this is what I'm going to tell you, brother. You have to be healed. And the only person that can heal you is God. I can't heal you. A girl can't heal you. A job can't heal you. Even you can't heal you. But you can take yourself to the doctor. You can take yourself to the healer. Even if you ain't got the faith, you don't have to have the faith. I'm telling you what I know, not what I believe. That's why I can speak to you confidently. I've had my heart broken. I've lost jobs. I've had a whole house and have lost a job, and I sat there like, what am I going to do? Play Nipsey Hussle over and over again. And he says, legendary moves, leader of my crew. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. That's true. Right? What good is excuses when the fucking rent's due? Scrambling, scraping. How am I going to figure this out? Anxiety, panicking. I had to turn to somebody greater than myself. Because I'm not that great. And I say this with humility and with respect. No human is great. We're all the same in the sense of we all got the same power, which is we can only do something for ourselves. We can't. Some people can, but we're not in control of healing hearts. We're not in control of healing minds. We're not in control of supernatural powers. We're not in control of giving jobs. If you have a job and maybe you're in a business owner, you can employ somebody, but most people aren't in that position. So I don't want to go too long, but I'll say this, bro. You do what you want to do. You're an adult or a kid or whatever you are. It doesn't matter. I encourage you to get on your face, humble yourself, and ask God to heal your. And I'll say it like this for all the haters and naysayers. What do you got to lose? Run to somebody that's greater than you. Run to somebody that can take care of you. You still got to show up. You still got to put in the work. You still got to look for another job, right? You might have to work at Amazon. You might have to do Uber. Whatever you got to do, that's what you got to do, because faith without works is dead. But I'm also talking about the emotional part. Because there's a part, everybody in our life has things that we're going through that nobody else could see except us. That's the part I'm talking about, where you got to run to God. Because this world messes us up. Everybody in the chat knows that. This world gonna beat you down, spit you out, grind you, take everything away from you. It's over. So we live in a time now where if you don't protect yourself, the Bible says guard your heart, you're doomed. So that's why I told you, you need to run to the Most High and say, Lord, I need you to teach me how to live for you. I need you to teach me how to live in this world. And a lot of men, your greatest downfall is your lust and your lack of discernment for women. Y'all picking the wrong women. Y'all marrying the wrong women. Y'all falling in love with the wrong women. They turn their back on you. They cheating on you. They lying on you. They lying to you. And if you ain't got the eyes to see what's going on, to your point, you just lost your job. She left you at your lowest. You need somebody that's going to stick beside you when you're lowest and your highest. But you can't find out on your own. You need somebody to lead you through this shitty ass life this hell that we live in. That's why I started this stream. Because I knew there was brothers out here. I knew there was sisters out here. I knew there was people out here. They pick up that game, but inside they're running from something. They pick up that game, but inside they're drunk. They're not even drunk on the inside. They pick up the game. I've been on the stream a lot of times. Not even on the stream in the game. Yo, I'm drunk right now. I'm high right now. They're trying to get rid of that pain. I'm smashing the shorty right now. They're trying to cover up that pain. And like they say, this is a saying that, the men that I grew up around, this is what we say. I'm going to say it like this. A man without purpose distracts himself with pleasure. Right? A man without purpose distracts himself with pleasure. Because life is effed up. It ain't going the way you want it to go. Your mental health ain't where you want it to be. Your physical, it ain't going the way you want it to go. Your mental health ain't where you want it to be. Your physical health ain't where you want it to be. You're tired. You're overworked. You ain't got no money. You're slaving all day. You're not living the life you want to live. So you're just going to ingest pleasure. You're going to ingest distraction. That's why I say we got to win from within. Instead of watching, this is no disrespect to anybody. Instead of watching everybody else become successful, why don't you watch yourself become successful? Instead of watching NBA and NBA and NFL and CFL with EFL, whatever you watch, why don't you make yourself that star? But people don't want to do that work. And that's where the win from within comes from. This is why I say I don't care if everybody follow me. I'm only looking for people who say, I need to change my life. And that's it. So I speak healing over you. I speak blessings over you. I speak life over you. I speak health and wealth over you. But you got to show up every day and put in that work. If you're with a woman right now, I'm going to be the first to tell you, and it's going to hurt your feelings, but get used to it. She going to leave you. Get used to it, dog. Because that's the times we live in. We live in times now where people don't care about each other. They only care what they can get from each other. They don't care about you. They care what they can get from you. So the second you can stop providing what they want, they're gone. That's why you got to pray it up and ask God to give you a community of people who are there for you. People who love you for you. Nothing with externals. Everything for the internal. Where they say, I love Brandon for Brandon. I love him for him. I love her for her. We need divine intervention. We need divine blessings. We need divine prosperity. We need divine people that care about us, that want to help us win and not just take. Because if you don't know, you're about to know. We are living in a divine torture. We're living in a divine hell where everybody's been programmed to hate on each other, leave each other, disrespect each other. Right? Mistreat each other. It's called capitalism because you're capitalizing off somebody else. You go into that job, whatever X amount of dollars they give you, they say your life is worth $50 an hour. That might be high for some of you, but that's low to me. No, my life is worth more than anything you print off on a piece of paper. But that's the world we live in. And they'll say, you don't have to take it. That's why I started this stream, because I said, you know what? We have to develop a community where we all support each other. Positive vibes only. If I see a negative hater come in here, because the system in the matrix took them and destroyed them, so they're going to turn around and try to destroy you. We got to block them. We got to get them out of here. Because the scriptures say, don't cast your pearls before swine. What does that mean? It says don't give what's valuable to dogs. Otherwise, they'll turn around and tear you to pieces. Everybody's not going to understand what we're talking about, and they're not supposed to. Everybody's not going to win from within, and they're not supposed to. Everybody's not a winner, and they're not supposed to be. Haters are going to hate. A loser's going to lose. A winner's going to win. And that's what it is. We're winners because we chose to be. We chose to deprogram from the matrix. We chose to learn the truth and chose to deprogram from the matrix. We chose to learn the truth about life and stop being a bot. That was a choice. We chose to get up and better ourselves, to make more money, to get our fitness in point, to get our spirit on point, to get our heart healed, to develop healthy habits. I get on my mountain bike instead of getting out there in a club. I get on my mountain bike or on my wheel instead of hopping on some girl. Understand what I'm saying? I'll start streaming and giving the positivity to y'all instead of running to something else. Because we can all do that. That's why I say success happens over time, not overnight. And life is a series of choices. And one day, we've all done it. Man, you remember that time I was out there with the homies? Man, that was already 3 years ago. Man, that was already 5 years ago. I was telling my girls, like, dang, we was just in Mexico 3 years ago. Flies by sometimes. But what was the steps we did?